Hey everyone, and a recent story have come out linking both of the Manchester clubs, their emblem, with slavery. Now, according to historian Simon Hattenstone, the ships which forms part of the emblem on both crests, it represents ultimately how business was done in Manchester over the years and how this ties in with the slave trade. Of course, we all know how cities like Manchester, Liverpool, Bristol, Cardiff, they all had massive links to the slave trade. So a ship, according to the historian, is that embodiment. And because of that, apparently there have been calls to remove it from the badge. From whom, I'm not too sure. It has to be an extreme minority because, again, I've not heard any of these calls. Of course, as day turns to night, guess who jumps on it? Typical right-wing media, GB News, and other people, other content creators who are of that persuasion, jumped all over this because guess what? That allows them to appeal to their base by the way of victimhood, which is fascinating because they always talk about how other people are victims, but you need to really look between the lines because they do the exact same thing in order to appeal to their base, make them seem like they're the ultimate victims, which I need to address in another video. But back to this, because anything culture wars related, right-wing media so keen to cover, or right-wing individuals so keen to cover in a way which stirs up the anger about something or a people group that, let's be honest, they don't even really care about. I mean, most of them don't even care about football. It's just like, so I don't know why they even really, of course it's a snooze story. I get that it drives views and it ultimately distracts viewers from the fact of, guess what? The real problem, the real issue that's, keeping you awake at night is not situations like this. It's real problems, which I'm going to let you know a little secret. It has nothing to do with the left because they're not in charge. But hey, what can I say? And like this story, it's symptomatic of most things where it's just another pointless gesture that black people don't even care about, in which is distracting from actual real issues that we do care about, which only get served to be derailed and ignored because situations like this already has stirred up anger about little things. So when it comes to the real things, people don't want to hear about it. And the funniest thing about this situation is it was caused by a white historian, not even a black one. If it was a black historian, I'd be like, okay, that would make a little bit more sense, even though it kind of doesn't matter. But at least you would understand exactly where it comes from. But it wasn't even that. It was caused by a white historian. So it just makes it even more funny. And one of the reasons why I think this happens so often is because with all these silly issues that we try and talk about, there's just a lack of direction when it comes to talking about institutional racism, white supremacy, critical race. There's just a lack of direction and specifics. It's phrases which I don't like at all. I think a lot of it is just people liking and want to protect their own people. There is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And also, they're just vague, aimless terms used to cover anything which we can shout out about whenever something doesn't go our way, whether stats aren't in our favor, whenever we seem to be in the wrong direction, we can just throw it out in the ether and then all of a sudden something should stick. But what we need is specific arguments, specific issues, specific plans. So whenever somebody tries to potentially derail the plan or, cause issues or discontent by talking about silly things like this, we can say, no, that has nothing to do with us. We don't care. I don't know who even decided this would be an issue, to be something to even be explored. It's like when they painted the post box black during Black History Month. And I remember that. I was like, what? Who the hell even wanted that? Nobody. I mean, I know I can't speak for all black people, but I can pretty much say no black person gave a crap about a post box being painted black. We just didn't. And when you look at it, things like that, removing the ships, what does it actually even achieve? Just like when the statues were removed during that whole time, when everyone's in lockdown, everyone's pent up frustrations. It's like, what did it even do to help anything? Was it just a gesture which is going to help you feel better? Is that what we care about, just feeling better? Or is there anything we actually seriously need to actually achieve? And as soon as I saw this story, I just rolled my eyes and said, who gives a fuck? Of course, we can't stop anyone from publishing a story and likewise people covering it. But for damn sure, you can definitely come out with the loudness and say, of all the issues that we have, we don't care. And that's exactly what needs to happen. I think part of me thinks that stories like this is just a calculated move to stop real progress and just, keep people annoyed and also makes us look really weak. I talked about this in the countryside video. Things like some of these stories makes us look so flipping weak. And with this story, it's not been about us. We didn't even cause it. We didn't even create it. It wasn't even something that we even cared about in the main. I'm pretty sure no one cares about this story. I don't. And I'm a football fan. I don't even care. But hey, we are where we are. But let me know your thoughts on this. Did you even care? Do you think this is a good move? Should we move the ships? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Until next time.